Justin Baldoni is not the only one who thinks she's a mean girl. I'm exaggerating, but this is Caitlin Marie Cooper, and she has taken to social media to share with us all that went down that is very unsavory and bullying of the plantation princess and her entourage.
It seems Blake Lively has found herself in hot water once again, as new footage has emerged that paints her in a less than flattering light. This time, the spotlight is on an encounter with a fan who claims to have experienced the full brunt of Lively's alleged bullying. Rather than backing down, the fan took to social media to share her side of the story, detailing the uncomfortable situation.
Blake Lively herself comes out, starts recording us, says hi to get us to look up at her, circles our car, gets the car information, license plates, all that.
The incident occurred during the recent South by Southwest Film Festival in Austin, Texas, where Blake and Anna Kendrick were promoting their new film, Another Simple Favor. While the event was meant to highlight their work, it quickly spiraled into a public relations nightmare for Lively. Instead of the headlines focusing on the film, more dirt began to surface, suggesting that tensions between Blake and Anna were far from friendly.
Like, what does it mean to be back with Anna?
Oh, it's the best. I'm so happy. Like, okay, this way.
You look beautiful. Anna, what does it mean to be working with Blake again?
What are you talking about?
Rumors have circulated that the two actresses have a contentious relationship, with whispers of the sequel being a nightmare to film. Meanwhile, away from the festival crowds, another incident was unfolding involving Blake and a fan named Caitlin Marie Cooper. Caitlin had taken a brief vacation with her mother to Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas.
What I hear is that it's not just Blake, it's Anna. The fact, yes, they hate each other. They hate each other. And from what I'm hearing, the sequel was a nightmare. A nightmare.
A luxury hotel owned by Chip and Joanna Gaines. Coincidentally, Lively was staying at the same hotel that weekend. Caitlin and her mom were casually people-watching in the lobby when they spotted Blake and her entourage. Caitlin, excited by the encounter, recorded a video of Lively's arrival, but what happened next was unexpected. In a series of viral TikTok videos, Caitlin recounted her experience, explaining that after recording Blake, her security team seemed to take issue with it.
My mom and I were staying at Hotel 1928 in Waco, Texas this weekend. Blake Lively and her team were staying there as well after South by Southwest in Austin on Friday night. We found this out from all the hotel staff. Ended up recording her coming into the hotel lobby. We were just hanging out, people watching. Her team caught wind of this, I believe. Maybe saw me recording her on the security camera, did not like this. Thought maybe I recorded something they didn't want out there, didn't want me to see, whatever. Next morning, we kind of were being followed by her security guard a little bit on the way out, checking out of the hotel.
The following morning, Caitlin claimed that Lively's security was keeping a close watch on her and her mother as they checked out of the hotel. To make matters even stranger, Caitlin alleged that Blake herself came out with a video camera, filming them and even their car, capturing their license plate information. The situation escalated further when Caitlin claimed that Lively's team began harassing her online. She reported that Lively's lawyer, social media manager, and even her nanny were among those who started following her on social media, with some accounts allegedly body-shaming her.
Next morning, we kind of were being followed by her security guard a little bit on the way out, checking out of the hotel. Blake Lively herself comes out, starts recording us, says hi to get us to look up at her, circles our car, gets the car information, license plates, all that.
Caitlin expressed her disbelief at how a simple trip had turned into a bizarre encounter with Blake Lively's inner circle. Caitlin didn't stop at one video. She uploaded multiple clips, some nearly 10 minutes long, detailing her experience and the excitement among hotel staff over Lively's presence. Interestingly, Caitlin clarified that she wasn't a huge fan of Blake, but was intrigued by the spectacle, especially given her support for Justin Baldoni in Lively's ongoing legal drama.
Things went from like just a normal little trip to Blake Lively's inner circle, her attorney, her social media girl, and one of her nannies, and a bunch of mysterious incognito accounts following me and harassing me.
The very next day, Caitlin noticed some unusual viewers on her Instagram stories, including the hotel manager, Lively's lawyer, and even her nanny. She shared this information in another video, revealing that anonymous accounts were also checking out her posts. One of these accounts, which she later discovered belonged to Blake's lawyer, viewed her story and then promptly blocked her. If these allegations are true, it paints a troubling picture of Blake Lively and her team.
Then you guys, these anonymous Instagram accounts start viewing her stories. She said she had posted this selfie of herself and posted like Team Justin Forever. And then an account, Team Justin Forever, started to view her stories. She also noticed this account viewed her stories, and this ended up being Blake's lawyer. So this account viewed her story and then blocked her.
But this isn't the only controversy surrounding her. Allegations have surfaced that Blake has leveraged claims of bullying and sexual harassment to position herself as the de facto director in her legal battle with Justin Baldoni. The situation has escalated to the point where both parties are now embroiled in a messy legal showdown that some are comparing to the infamous Amber Heard versus Johnny Depp case. At the beginning of the year, Blake's legal team attempted to silence Justin by requesting a gag order, but the judge denied their request, stating it would be unfair to silence one party while allowing the other to speak freely. This ruling marked a significant win for Justin's team, and things only got worse for Blake from there. Her lawyers complained that Justin's attorney, Brian Friedman, was too vocal about the case, making it difficult for them to respond effectively in the court of public opinion. Every time Blake's team tried to counter Friedman's claims, he was already dropping another revelation, leaving them scrambling to keep up.
She used these allegations of sexual harassment and she used these allegations of bullying to try and leverage her position so she could be the de facto director.
The judge, however, was not swayed by Blake's legal team's objections and allowed Friedman to continue speaking freely. This was a major blow for Blake, especially considering that Friedman had vowed to sue Blake into oblivion. His determination to fight for the underdog has become evident, and he shows no signs of backing down. In this legal battle, Blake has positioned herself as the victim, claiming that she is being unfairly targeted by Justin Baldoni, who she views as the antagonist. However, the real mess began when Justin took the fight online, launching a website dedicated to the case. This website is set to include videos, receipts, and lawsuit documents, further complicating Blake's attempts to control the narrative. Blake's legal team has expressed frustration over Justin's website, arguing that it is improper. However, Friedman countered that Blake's team was doing the same thing by speaking to the media, citing a New York Times article where Blake first made her sexual harassment claims against Justin. If Blake could go to the media to tell her side of the story, why couldn't Justin? The judge agreed with Friedman, marking another victory for Justin.
He doesn't care about party, he doesn't care about, which company it is. He fights for the ostracized loner who's getting dumped on by these companies, which leads us to the Blake Lively situation. Now, she would say in this situation, she's the victim, Baldoni's the bad guy. And just to lay it out for the audience in a little bit more detail, what she's claiming is that even though she was a much bigger star than Justin Baldoni, who I never heard of before this lawsuit.
As the legal battle continues, Blake's publicist, Leslie Sloan, has been accused of planting negative stories about Justin in the media. The situation has become increasingly complicated, with Blake's lawyers desperately trying to control the narrative. They even requested that the judge allow Blake to choose who would question her during her deposition, clearly hoping to keep Friedman out of the process. However, the judge swiftly denied this request, leaving Blake's legal team visibly frustrated. For those unfamiliar with legal procedures, a deposition is a serious matter where a person is questioned under oath.
PR crisis agent was brought in because actually Blake Lively's publicist, Leslie Sloan, was planting stories negative to Justin. And all Justin wanted to do, and it's all through the text messages.
And every word can be used against them in court. There is no room for PR spin or carefully crafted statements, just raw, unfiltered truth. Blake's legal team has been working tirelessly to prevent her from facing Friedman, which raises questions about her confidence in her claims. If she truly believes in her case, why is she so apprehensive about a deposition? The judge has officially ruled that both lawsuits will be combined into one case, which means this won't drag on for years in a messy back-and-forth legal battle. Instead, we are looking at a high-stakes courtroom showdown set for March 2026, unless a settlement is reached beforehand.
Has been destroyed by this. The company, the individuals at the company, this is a really serious thing. And in this day and age, the only way that you can truly get back and is to prove your innocence. It's not be found guilty. It's to prove your innocence. And that's what we're actively collectively working to. So that may only be able to be done in a courtroom.
However, Justin's lawyer has made it clear that he is ready for a fight and is not interested in settling. As the situation unfolds, it becomes increasingly apparent that Blake Lively is facing serious challenges. The stakes are high, and the court of public opinion is just as important as the courtroom itself. With Justin's website gaining traction and his determination to fight back, one has to wonder if Blake should consider cutting her losses and apologizing before she completely ruins her reputation. If she doesn't find a way out of this mess, she could be looking at a staggering $400 million payout to Justin. And let's not forget about Ryan Reynolds. Where does he fit into all of this? If Blake loses, it won't just be her problem, it will affect their family as well. With the court date looming, who do you think will come out on top? Team Blake or Team Justin? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and be sure to check out our next video for more updates on this unfolding drama.